Heading into the new year, I've realized that this year I've been focusing on the wrong things, such as work, building our in-house studio. What I really should have been focusing on is golf.
Back in that bag again. Whoa, yeah. Hey.
So if you've been watching some of my recent videos, you know that we are currently in India. The nice thing about being in India is that stuff like this is super cheap, but just like most things in life, you get what you pay for. For example, a bucket of balls in India is 15 times cheaper than in Canada. In Canada, it's $15. In India, this was only $1.
Hey, where you on? Hey, back in that bag again. Don't bring me around your friends. You know that I'm bagging them. Request me on Facebook, no, I ain't adding them.
So right now we're at the Mohali golf range, which is a pretty nice golf range. Lucky for me, I live in a city where we have a nice golf range such as this. Another nice thing is that the coaching comes at a marginal price as well. But so far I haven't really made it outside of the golf range here. So in this video I'll take you through what the golf range here looks like, what the golf courses look like, and how cheap golf really is in India, which is pretty lucky for me because I get to learn golf at a fraction of the price. I guess they didn't want to turn the lights on for today, so we're sort of left in the dark. I guess we sort of got a bit late here today because we came after work. There's still a lot more to show you here, and I guess we'll continue this tomorrow during my coaching session. So see you guys tomorrow. Perfect. Getting a coaching lesson by her. As you saw, she loves to just, converse about different things and whatnot.
We have batches, every year 5th to 6th हमारे आता है मेरे पास. तो जो अभी 5th to 6th बच्चे आए हैं, they are just this much only.
Yeah.
I was like, they're not even like इतनी height है बस.
I see what you mean.
Because they're not doing any outdoor activities. It's very important for every kid. I think very important because they're on the phones all the time.
I think especially in India जहाँ पे protein heavy diets नहीं है, तो वो development ज़्यादा हो नहीं पा रही.
यहाँ पे सब कुछ तो everything is कुछ ना कुछ मिलावट तो है ही ना.
But it was good, as you saw from the beginning of my shots to the near the end. You know how different they were. Like at the beginning they kept going a bit to the right. Still consistently to the right, but then it was nice to see them consistently going straight where I was intending to hit them, so that was really nice. So today we're at the golf range again, and luckily we have some daylight this time, so I'll show you guys the putting area and the short range area as well. It's, to be honest, very beautiful, especially considering how cheap this golf range is. So I think we'll actually start off our day over there while we still have some daylight. Had a few practice sessions of my long game, but I've not been able to practice my putting or my short game much. And tomorrow we're actually going to the golf course, so I'm a bit nervous about that. Other than that, it's a beautiful day out. We luckily got here just before it got dark, so you guys can see exactly what the rest of the golf range looks like. It's honestly beautiful. It's mixed in with this reception area for weddings and other parties. So that area is over there. This little area is like a second home to me. I've spent a lot of hours here. So yeah, it's just nice, a little getaway whenever I feel like getting a break from work. So now let's practice a little bit of putting, I guess. Now obviously we cannot expect the same quality of a putting range as Canada or other areas. If we look at the grass, it's not ideal. Of course, if you look at Canadian putting ranges, it's like so smooth that it doesn't even seem real. But you have to make do with what you have, and considering how less of a common sport golf is in India, this is not bad, I mean, as long as we have a little even playing ground. And I know that anybody that's watching this that plays and takes golf seriously is probably cringing hard looking at this putting range, but you have to realize that cricket is probably the main sport in India, and that's definitely overfunded compared to any other sport. A sport that is as niche as golf definitely doesn't get the funding. Last time I don't think we could really see on camera how terrible the nets conditions really were, so it's nice that we have you guys here during the daytime a bit this time, because As you guys can see, the nets aren't actually properly up. In fact, I was having a conversation with my coach as soon as I entered the facility, and she was telling me that they really want to invest in some new balls, but if a lot of beginners come and then hit those balls out of the range, then that's going to be a huge loss. So they're currently waiting for permission to get the nets back up. There was a lot of flooding over the summer in India, and I was really worried about this place because it's already tough for them to take care of this little area. And it's definitely pretty. Oh look, there's a parrot over there. I feel like golf is one of my favorite sports for the reason that like it's an excuse to come out in nature. So the golf set I have here is actually pretty nice. It's nicer than the one I have in Canada. So we obviously have the driver, we've got some of the irons, and then we have a nice putter as well. In Canada, I think my whole kit cost me like $150, and then I got a nice like $200 putter in Canada. Whereas over here, I invested about $500 for this whole kit. Got it second-handed, but practically new. But I'm waiting on a bucket of balls. That's another thing that you sometimes have to wait to get the bucket of balls because they don't have that many balls. So the workers here need to continuously go and pick up the balls, and you have to wait for them to get enough for you to be able to play with. Although I've been practicing all week, the one shot I've been neglecting is hitting with my driver. As you guys can probably see, it's barely been used. And the last time I was playing with my driver was in Canada, and it was actually broken. So we'll see how this turns out, because of course we're going to the course tomorrow and we'll be starting with the driver. So I should probably get a few more practice shots with this as well. Let's see how this goes. It's time to head out. It's been a week of practicing. It's nice that I've been able to get a lot more golfing in. I feel like we've finally gotten our priorities straight for the new year, but tomorrow is going to be the moment of truth in terms of how bad my golfing skills will be and how bad this golf course might be. So I guess we'll be finding out about both tomorrow. So we've had to stop and ask 3 times now where the golf course is. I think we've finally found it. We thought it was there. Golf course kithe hai? So this is our 5th attempt now to find this golf course. They're trying to make this place as least accessible as possible. Oh my god, we found golf in India. What a rare sight. This is a nice start. So first impressions, I'll let that speak for itself. But it's nice, calm and empty. We ran into this nice pair over there of a grandfather and granddaughter. The granddaughter's from New Zealand. So I think that's what I really like about golf. The fact that it can be a great like bonding activity as well. And another nice thing is that you can play golf while you're super young, and you can go until you're like super old as well. It's one of those sports. As long as you're taking good care of your elbow joints and your shoulder and everything, and of course your back as well, then it should make for a sport that you can play for like the duration of your life. So I hope to play golf with, of course, my little sister and of course my children one day as well. And just like that, man, hopefully my grandkids. I guess that's the first hole that we'll start off with. And we'll find out more about the golf course on the way. I'm excited to come back here because it's like the perfect ground to like perfect course to just like practice your long game, your short game, putting. Of course, like the conditions are not great for somebody that's just learning, and it was only $3. So a very cheap round of golf. So the obvious question that we're left with is whether it was worth it to go golfing in India. Now obviously that golf course does not reflect all of India or the amazing other golf courses that we have in India, but I think that goes to show the low standard that Indians set for golf. Although that was like a community golf course, just wasn't as well maintained. It was very hard for us to even find the golf course in the first place. And then when we were playing on it, the instructions were pretty decent if you've like played at a few golf courses, but the grass itself was not so great. But for $3, and for somebody that's learning golf such as I am, I think that's like super value for money. And I'm really excited to see how golf advances in India and how popular it eventually gets. There are a lot of junior players and even some senior players that are making a name of themselves on a global level. So it's going to be interesting to see how other sports along with cricket expand in India. I think that there's a massive potential for growth. But yeah, ending on that par was a good note as well. I think we only had time to play 6 holes instead of all the 9. But yeah, comment down below what you thought of this golf course. Would you bother playing at it? I know people that have a high standard for golf would not even come close to playing golf here. They wouldn't even consider it golf at that point. For somebody that's like a beginner as me, I think this is like perfect for me. So comment down below if you would bother playing at this golf course or not, or what your general thoughts were on the video. Definitely going to make it a priority, and I'm excited to see how much my golf game improves in the coming years. Until then, I'll see you guys in the new year, I guess.